Alright guys, what's up? It's Doc and I'm in Hamburg today. Hamburg, the northern coast of Germany, the North Sea. Big harbor town, biggest harbor in Germany. One of the biggest in Europe actually. Yeah, there's water, there's lots of water everywhere. Over there, there's the big harbor. Just walk down here where all the tourists are. And now I'm in the so-called Speicherstadt. That is, old trade depots, a lot of coffee trading and all kinds of trading was going on here. And here's one cool thing I always wanted to visit for years now. And it's called Miniatur Wunderland. So there's some two crazy guys, two brothers, and they built the biggest model railways thing in the world. And it's completely insane. And yeah, it's somewhere down there, 200-300 meters, small walk, and I want to go in there and check it out. So yeah, let's do a trip into the Miniatur Wonderland. You won't regret it, it's insane. Alright, so here we are. It's pretty badass. It's this super old school trade buildings. As I told you, it's lots of coffee trading and stuff going on here. Hamburg is a beautiful city, really nice. And yeah, here it is. Let's head in and check it out.
Disease. We don't need your money, we don't need your gold. We just want your lessons, your stories be told. In our darkest hour, we will light the streets. Truth be told, heroes.
Alright, so 15 years ago, two brothers started this thing. The vision to make the most epic model railway plan ever, or train ever made, and they got crazy stuff going on here. So this is the entry area where they show some history, and here, check this out. So you can see, I think I read somewhere they got like 20,000 little mannequins sitting there making up the crowd. There's a little concert going on up in front. If you want to check that out. And that thing is huge. If I step back, there's some people in comparison to the size of it. It's crazy. So it's one of the special exhibits they made. Yeah. It was, that thing was for a charity event back then. And I'd say, yeah, let's go in to the main exhibition and check that out. I think it's this way. They got different regions here. There's Europe, there's North America, the Alps, Italy. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I think this is the Italian area here. So let's have a quick peek around. This is Rome here, obviously. It's Colosseum. St. Peter's Dome, where the Pope chills. Trevi Fountain. And they got trains going on everywhere. There's the main train station over there. It's pretty fun. A little demonstration. They also got many cars that are actually driving around and rolling out. It's pretty dang cool. This is a map of the thing, so it's gigantic. It's on several floors. It's crazy. Vatican.
Wenn man die Straße darunter guckt, das sieht dann weg.
This is Switzerland. It's ginormous. Gigantic. This is the Alps. Oh, they've been working on this thing for 2-3 years. It goes all the way up here, and you can actually walk up there. As you can see, there's a person, so you can get the scale of it. There's a day-night cycle implemented right now. It's getting dark. Lights come on in the cities. It's so bizarre. Yeah. It's getting dark in here. So yeah, you just saw the concert they got going on here. It's pretty crazy. Look at the crowd. These are all individual little people, and they all are different. It's so bizarre. Yeah. Some more famous landmarks up there. And it just keeps on going. It's ginormous, guys, I tell you. It's huge. This is part of Italy now. This is Pompeii here. There's the Vesuve. And it also erupts here and there. Pretty crazy. So many of the models they made here are actually copies of real life. They got some fantasy stuff too, but I tell you, it's so huge, I'm completely overwhelmed. I don't know if you can grasp the dimensions of it, but I'm gonna give you a pan through the room. So it's all the way back there, all these mountains are hand carved, and all the way around the room, all the way back there. Over there there's the ginormous Alps portion. Then you get this whole area here. Depicts Switzerland a bit more. It's insane. So now we're on top of the Swiss Alps. Yay! And it goes all the way down there. There are thousands of trains rolling about everywhere. Here's one. It's completely nuts. What's really cool is at some areas they actually show you the behind the scenes of all the, you know, what's behind and below the showpieces. This is what they call a shadow train yard, where they have dozens and dozens of trains parked. So, and they switch around to actually drive out to the exhibition. So they got some variety in the trains and stuff. It's a huge computer control center controlling that. And here's one of the most crazy builds. They have a fully working airport with planes actually taking off and landing, and it's ginormous. I mean, yeah, that's Hamburg airport. Well, I'll be flying out later today. So it's insane. They got all these jets going on. Many of them actually really drive around, so there's a full schedule on this airport. So here they got the main runway of the airport, and there's actually planes taking off and landing here. It's nighttime right now, so all the lighting is on, and it's actually very detailed, original, true lighting. On top you can actually see the real flight schedule. No kidding. So that's real time what the airplanes will do on here. You got tank trucks cruising around on the track too, service vehicles. Yeah. And I think we have a plane from Dubai approaching. So it's gonna come in from back there. They're taking off in this direction. So it's pretty crazy.
Station Atlanta is now traveling 389 miles per hour. It is now on final approach. Pull the nose up a little bit right before it's
there we go. Oh yeah. Hey, the space shuttle.
Make your touchdown. And nose your touchdown.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. They've worked out the mechanic where it really looks, yeah, kind of realistic when the plane approaches here. It's so bizarre. Oh, now the firefighters are rolling out. Emergency landing off the space shuttle. Area around the airport. The horseback tournament. shopping centers. There's a classic plane exhibition, flight show going on. That's Bavaria, by the way, here. Bavaria area. Back up there, it's in Bavaria, the famous Schloss Neuschwanstein. It's pretty much, that's the castle you guys in America copied Disney World castle from. That's the real deal up there. So here you can see some of the behind the scenes stuff. It's what they use to transport trains upwards in the Alps. And yeah, they got the tracks everywhere. It's crazy. This is Austria, and there is some work going on actually. As you can see here, they're preparing a ski jumping area. You can see one of the boxes the model builders work with. Here's some trees they got going on. Put them down on the exhibition. Yeah, that's Austria here. Obviously, it's mountainous terrain. And they got some ski resorts up there. Huge. So over there now, this is where the whole project started. It's a town called Knuffingen. It's kind of a fantasy town they made, and that was the first steps in expanding to this ginormous, crazy thing. So here we have a kind of an old industrial area. Pretty neat. And yeah, as I said before, it's huge. Continues back there all the way. They got that little city. Typical German older city. And it goes all the way back there, yeah. It's ginormous. I don't know how huge it actually is in combination, but several thousand square meters of model cars. And here also they got real traffic. As you can see, there's some trucks cruising about. And a real traffic light system. There's another truck coming in, and you should see there's some red lights there right now. So it's gonna stop until the traffic light switch. There's another guy coming in. On the traffic light switch, green light. Traffic starts flowing again. So insane. This is actually the control center for the whole thing. It's insane, look at that. They got several people controlling all the model planes, trains. Here, check this out. The track layout, monitors everywhere. Here's more. That is Germany too. More the middle part. There is the Teutoburger Forest with the Hermannsdenkmal. It's the guy who defeated the Romans. So they never made it to Germany. Got defeated in the Teutoburger River first. Opera. It's getting nighttime again. Here's a little fair. And it keeps on going this way and that way. It's ginormous. There's a UFO landing. So here they actually made Hamburg. So we got Hamburgception now. We are in Hamburg, and this is Hamburg. This is the football stadium of Hamburg, the Volksparkstadion. And yeah, it's also a pretty famous TV tower in Hamburg. So it's ginormous, as I told you. Lots of people around, everywhere. It keeps on going all the way around. And when we were walking outside, if you paid close attention, this tower we actually saw it for real in the beginning of the video. It was kind of behind me.
Ich glaube, da bringt gleich einer ein.
Meinst du? Yeah, so we go up front. As I told you, we are in the Speicherstadt right now. Here's the stadium. It's huge, by the way. It's crazy. So here they depicted a little bit of a rave going on. Lost parade. We walked actually past this thing, and over there, the red buildings. That's the Speicherstadt, where we actually are right now. So yeah, quite funny. They call it Tower de Mitte, by the way. Yeah, funnily enough, we are in here right now. It's kind of cool. They did a good job reproducing the buildings. Fish market. It's also a pretty famous area in Hamburg. It's right there. And many of the landmarks in Hamburg. So it's not a one-to-one recreation, but there's many buildings that are actually there in Hamburg. This huge thing, you maybe can see it in the original later. It's the Elbphilharmonics. It's a huge opera house. It was a huge project. Took years to complete. It's an architectural masterpiece. It's pretty cool. It opens and closes, and you can look inside. It's one of the famous bridges in Hamburg there. And yeah, here you can see the harbor, Hamburg Harbor. With many of the landmarks that are actually around. Bunch of wind turbines back there. That's a big thing in Germany. We're into alternative energy. No coal, but wind. Yeah. Here's the Hamburg main train station. Have to go later through that and then right out to the airport we saw just before. So bizarre. So of course we can't go without the USA. Yeah, they got a USA section here too. North America. And here you go. Grand Canyon. Right here. Of course, here we got American trucks cruising about. And American trains. Like that, there's the Rocky Mountains a little bit. Yeah, not here you can see the presidential monument actually. Wonder if they got Sitting Bull too. It's Las Vegas area here, Nevada. And yeah, here we actually got a little bit of Vegas going on. Yeah. Lots of American trains. And might be, I don't know if that, oh yeah, there's actually Cape Canaveral over there. So this is probably Florida here. So it's a miniaturized trip through the US. This area here is actually Scandinavia. Yeah. Scandinavia. Shout outs to the guys. Denmark, Sweden. And it depicts some of the landmarks here. This is a huge bridge. Yeah. Connecting Denmark, Sweden. And there's actually real water in here. And there's ships cruising about. For example, this giant cruise ship back there, the Aida. So yeah, those are the fjords up in Scandinavia. It's all real water. See? Wet finger, so it's real water. It's crazy, it's so ginormous. I mean, look at the people and see how big it is. Those guys are insane. Still Scandinavia here. It's all the way around into a more snowy area here. And there is, you can spend a day in here, hours. So much details, there's something to discover everywhere. So it's crazy. So, right here is part of the Hamburg harbor, and right there, peeking out, the spiky building, that's the Elbphilharmonics we just saw, you know, as a model. You cannot fully see it, it's kind of hidden behind those buildings, but yeah. This is part of the harbor. It's a huge area, goes on all the way, and a lot of the trade that is done from and with Germany and to Germany is coming in on this harbor here. Pretty nice area. It's all office buildings by now and very expensive apartment buildings around here. It's a bit of a posh area now, which was formerly this really rugged, yeah, seaside harbor area. They turned it into a business center pretty much. And yeah, back there was where the model trains were, and there's one of the towers we saw in the model train thing as well. So it's pretty crazy. Back there, the yellow building, this is where musicals are taking place. Right now they're playing The Lion King, König der Löwen, it says in German. Yeah, this is a bit of a touristy area right here. A lot of people would come here, walk around. Yeah, right at the Elbphilharmonics. Lots of church towers. Hamburg always has been a wealthy city because of all the trade. Most millionaires in Germany and billionaires, they live in Hamburg. Those little ships you see down there, There are now tourist boats. They are called Barkassen, and that were actually the small traders and trading ships. Right now they turned into, you know, so they can carry passengers, but they were used to trade here and ship around stuff within Hamburg. And now, yeah, you can do tours around the harbor, but sadly I don't have time for that. Would love to do that. See some of the giant freight ships that are coming in here. It's pretty cool. So yeah, it's a typical ship from Hamburg. So I kept on walking here a little bit. Now we're in St. Pauli. That's a famous part of Hamburg too. We're close to the Reeperbahn, the Kiez, a red light district. We're gonna go there as well now. It's not too far away, just around the corner. I want to show you that over there. This is Böhm-Voss. This is one of the biggest shipbuilders in Germany, and they have all their dry docks over there where you can see all these blue cranes, and they're building some of the largest ships in the world right here. And back there actually you can see a big container ship coming in. Right there. Huge guy. Probably coming in from China. Some trade goods. And yeah, pretty nice. All the bay back there. That's the Elbphilharmonie again. So yeah, we're gonna keep on going this way. And eventually we'll make it to the Reeperbahn. And just wanted to show you this here. It's all these red brick houses. That's very typical for Hamburg. Many of the wealthy trading companies were right here, right at the docks. And they built these beautiful red brick buildings. Really good stuff. And nowadays this is mainly offices and yeah, startup companies, IT and so on, but still there's some traders around, of course. So right now we're in the middle of the so-called Schanzenviertel. This is all the red light district around here. Yeah, you can see it behind me. And yeah, there's all kinds of bars and things around here. It's daytime now, so it's pretty harmless. But yeah, back there, check out the sign. So yeah, lots of prostitution, and this is the area where people go to party. It's a mix of clubs, bars, and yeah, a lot of red light stuff. But it's way more harmless than you might think. I don't know where the heart of it is. There's some old school areas here as well that are infamously famous. Right across the street here, straight ahead, the building right there. That's the famous Davidwache. It's a famous police station. Whenever there's a documentary about police action in Germany, they would go there because there's lots of shit happening here in this area, especially during the late hours. Right now, as I said, it's pretty normal. But yeah, let's walk up to the actual Reeperbahn. It's this huge street. Yeah. They just saw a Hell's Angel passing by, so they control this area pretty well. And yeah, there's this huge street all the way down there and there. There's all kinds of live shows, brothels, and other freaky shit. Here is also a pretty famous place, Erotica Boutique Bazaar. You can buy some kinky stuff in there if you wanted to. They got everything you need. Alright, so here we are at the Beatles place. This is pretty much the heart of St. Pauli. The weather is shitty now, it's starting to rain. But if you go back there, there's all the famous table dance and strip clubs, the Dollhouse, and many more. There's plenty of them around. And I'm gonna grab me a taxi now and ride out to the airport. It's really raining, so I'm out of here. Ooh, yeah.